There's a line from a movie that really stayed with me. And the line goes like this: all wars are won in the heart. And the context of this was a woman trying to encourage her grandchildren to support a person who could perhaps change their world, which was in the throes of war. And she said, all wars are won in the heart. And it stayed with me because it's a very profound and yet simple thing, where our hearts are open to receive others as brothers and sisters. Then we may quarrel with each other, but we wouldn't go to the lengths of destroying each other. But where in our hearts people are demonized and they're cast as monsters, then we see them. And that's work that happens. So we look and we contemplate. We look into the sacred heart of Jesus today, as it is open to us any day of the week if we like. But in this day, the Church is asking us to truly contemplate the heart of Jesus, and thus to contemplate the heart of God, and know that God understands this about us. And so when he came not to conquer us, but to enter our hearts, to convert our hearts back to him. And the prophets, they just continually give us some beautiful images of God's interaction. I've been able, very blessed, to watch my brothers and my cousins as they become parents now, and to lift their children to in their arms, to cradle them, to get just to see this new aspect of their lives become part of who they are. And whenever these readings come up, like in Hosea, of God looking upon us, I taught you how to walk. I taught you how to speak. And yet at times we don't recognize it. How many times have we experienced that in our own family life, right? I love this one Facebook posting that's going around saying, whenever someone of an older generation like your parents ask you another tech question, answer it for them with patience because they taught you how to use the toilet. It's just kind of a sense of being that response from the gift of life, the response that we give back. And Paul, acknowledging the wonderful gift that had been given to him, the mercy of God that was shown to him, he couldn't stop teaching about the depth of God's mercy. And the devotions that surface around this mercy of God and the love of God come at times when we as a church have forgotten these things. And these devotions come out of God's desire to remind us that God did not come to this earth with conquering armies. We want to win by going from a place of strength. God won us by coming from a place of the most abject poverty and weakness, of not even letting one drop of his blood stay within the chambers of his heart as he hung upon the cross. And that is the place from which we must also proclaim the height and the depth and the length and the breadth and the width of God's mercy. So, brothers and sisters, let's embrace the Sacred Heart of Jesus, not only as a gift that has been given to us, that is a way that we can share the wonderful love of God with others.